Tomb Explorer is an early access Steam VR title that definitely needs some polish and more work, but it is being built on a pretty solid foundation. In this title, you are a treasure hunter looking to score some valuable loot when you stumble on some ancient technology that leads you on an adventure that carries you to some interesting locations around the world, including the ancient city of Petra, Mayan and Aztec ruins, and Egypt. And the locations, at least for me, felt like they become more and more interesting as you progress. Before I get too deep into it, I want to thank you for watching my small channel, and I ask that if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and maybe drop a like. It took me about 7.5 hours to complete the current campaign of Tomb Explorer, and the first few hours of that was me being lost and confused. Around halfway through the game, maybe even a bit earlier, I switched to easy mode where I was given hints, and that helped me progress through the game a lot faster. Some of the puzzles would have taken me a very long time without hints. There are puzzles to solve, traps to avoid or deactivate, daring jumps, dangerous climbs, deadly wildlife such as biting insects, giant spiders and centipedes, rats, bats, crocodiles, gorillas, giant snakes, and even a hydra. You have a whip, a bow and arrows, a glow stick, a torch, and a climbing axe at your disposal, and eventually you will even get a pair of pistols, but you really don't use them much. This is an indie title, and some of the animations and effects aren't the most premium. But the developer has made very good implementation choices, and this game feels a lot larger than it is. The game has charm, and I was always genuinely curious to see what was next. My first impressions were very much that this is an indie game, but as I have progressed, I have been surprised over and over again by how much it has to offer. While some things did feel a little cheaper, such as what appeared to be AI voiceovers, repetitive dialogue, and really annoying pop-up elements that block your vision and actually even put you in danger sometimes, the environment, puzzles, and general layouts of the levels felt really good. There is some jank though. My character sometimes became disoriented and the height settings got messed up. It wasn't as bad when I used the PSVR 2 headset instead of the Quest 3 headset, but it does occur on both. Sometimes when you try to run, it doesn't register, and areas where you need to run and jump, especially areas where you need to do repeated running jumps, were mildly frustrating due to inconsistent registering run mechanics. There were a few areas where I spawned in wrong on a checkpoint. However, I did eventually learn that going to the menu and reloading the checkpoint usually fixes it. If you go to the museum in the game, you will be given information about the roadmap for the game, and I feel like if the developer stays on track with this title, it really has a decent future. There is a leveling system, a trophy room, and challenges planned for the game, and I think there's even talk of a multiplayer mode. This game doesn't feel finished though. There is a leveling system, but no way to continue from one area to the next. Each time you progress to a new area, you merely are unlocking it, and each session is a new game starting on the map you chose from the unlocked options. When you first unlock a new level, you will instantly load into the new area, but you do so without the experience or loot from the previous area. There are a few different difficulties. Easy offers hints and checkpoints, and there is no stamina meter for climbing. Normal has no hints, but does have checkpoints and no stamina meter, while hard has a stamina meter, no checkpoints, and no hints. I tried to complete the game on normal at first, but about halfway through I got frustrated with some puzzles, and I switched to easy for the hints. And like I said earlier, the game still offered me 7.5 hours of gameplay. There is allegedly already one DLC expansion in the works. I feel like even though this game has some shortcomings, it's quite unique in what it offers, and some of what it tries to accomplish it does very well. It is hard to recommend whether you should buy it now and play it in early access, or if you would be better off waiting until it is completed. I will say that I think I will go back and play it again when the game leaves early access, and probably try and find some of the hidden areas or missed treasures that I didn't find in my first playthrough. But since nothing actually carries over or progresses on my character from one level to the next in its current state, there is just no incentive to hunt down those secrets. I guess I would say that if this game looks like something that you are craving in VR, you will probably enjoy it. If it is something you are mildly curious about or in no rush to play, you might be better off waiting for the full release. I will say that it does offer a worthwhile experience, and it has the potential to be a very memorable title. Alright guys, thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and game on.